bar. You're gonna start facing into it. Heels together, toes apart. So you can find that your natural turnout by starting parallel, lifting the toes, opening the toes, and then dropping them down. You're not auditioning for Joffrey, so your turnout doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to find that nice Pilates V, keeping the shoulders down, the ribs right over hips, come up to high half toe, and then walk your heels together to touch. So you're gluing your heels, lottery to get tight, squeeze them. Now when you bend your knees, you press through the big toe mound and you keep your heels nice and tight. So keep that connection there, and it's little pulse, lift, down, pulse. Knees stay bent the whole time, pressing, lifting, down, down. Press, pulse, 4, 3, 2, stay on 1, hold your plie. You're gonna rock your hips side to side, side to side. So treat this as a standing oblique crunch. So you're squeezing your waist, crunching your side, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back through center and pulse the hips down. Little press, press. 4, 3, 2, stay on 1, rock your hips right, left, side, side. Keep the heels tight and concentrate on that crunch, and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, stay on 8, side to side, side, crunch, feel the waist. 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale through center, lengthen the legs, rotate your feet to parallel, so your legs are railroad track style, 10 toes are forward, and now when you bend your knees track over your big and second toe. Try not to have a wonky leg whatsoever. So profile for you. We're in high half toe, we're in a parallel position. This time when you bend your knees, your spine stays long here, so we're not leaning forward or back, and the pelvis stays neutral, so it's not here or here just yet. Take it down into your chair and little press, pulse. Now stay. Shorten your obliques, bring the belly button towards your nose. Lengthen the obliques, the belly button goes away from your nose, so it's in. Tuck, release. I like to say tilt, release. Tilt your pelvis, release it. Here's 4, release. 3, release. 2, release. 1, pulse the hips down. In a neutral pelvis, pulsing the hips down. 5, 7, stay on 8. Tilt the pelvis forward and back. It's tilt, release, tilt, release. You've got 4, 3, 2, 1, pulse, hips, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, stay on 8, pelvis forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. 4 more times. 4, 3, 2, really feel the core. 1, neutral pelvis, straighten the knees. You're gonna drop your heels from here and turn out again. So now you're in a second position. Heels are facing in, toes are out wide. Ribs stay over hips. You're gonna bend your knees and still track knee over big and second toe. Just be mindful there. Take a plie and pulse it out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay on 1, pop the right heel and pop the hip down, pop the hip lower, pop the hip lower. Again, it's that crunch in the waist, lower, crunch in the waist, lower. 2, 1, center, left hip and heel down, lift and down. Squeeze the waist, squeeze the right cheek down. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Back to center, pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right heel and hip, 8, plie, 7, plie, 6, exhale, squeeze, 5, 4, 3, exhale, 2, exhale, 1, plie, left hip and heel, 8, plie, 7, exhale, squeeze, 6, 5, 4, exhale, 3, 2, one more time through center, pulse, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right heel for 8, and now exhale, 8, plie, exhale, 7, 6, work the waistline, 4, 3, 2, 1, plie, left hip and heel, 8, squeeze the waist, 7, 6, 5, here's 3, here's 2, one more time, push, plie, rotate, wide leg, parallel position. So in a squat, like a little bit wider than your hips, but you still want to be able to track here. So you're going to take your squat, lean forward, pelvis is neutral, so careful not to tuck or tilt too much in either direction. Wide, right, wide. Take your squat, plie down as low as you can manage, keeping the heels flat. Push up to stand. It's a squat, stand, down and up, down and up, down and up. Keep going, 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. Hold the squat on 1. Little pulses here. Belly stays nice and tight. Pulse, pulse. 4. Shoulders stay back. From here, you're going to lift your outside right leg down. Lift it up. So again, it's that we're focusing on the core here. So you're crunching your waistline by bringing the leg up. You find that squat. Again, the hips stay nice and square and steady. Let's go. It's a squat, lift, squat, and lift. Down, exhale, up, down, exhale, up. Here's 4, 3, 2. You're going to hold the leg lift on 1, bring the hand behind your head. Elbow comes towards the thigh, thigh comes towards the elbow. Little release, pulse it, lift, squeeze the waist. Gentle tuck of your tailbone to protect your low back. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Plie, squat down, stand up. We'll stay on that right side. Down, up, down, down and up, down and up. You're at 4, 4, 3, 2, pulse it out. 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, leg, it's a lift. Exhale, lift. Lift, squeeze. Lift, squeeze. Waistline, chiseling the waist, up. Hold it right here, pulse, up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come plie through center. If you need to move your prop over, go ahead and have it ready for the left side. Take your squat down. 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, belly stays tight. 2, pulse for 8. Shoulders down, belly tight. Focus on the muscles, not the joints. It's a plie, outside leg comes up. Squat, outside leg comes up. Squeeze your love muffin. Down, lower, and lift. 4, up, 3, up, 2. Hold it up on 1, hand behind the head. Crunch the side waistline. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Take your squat and your lift. Squat and your lift. Down and up. 4, 3, 2, pulse. 8, 7, 6. Lots of abs. 4, 3, 2. Plie, outside leg. Down, lift, down, and up, down, lift, lower, exhale, lift, lower, exhale, lift. You're at 4, 4, up, 3, up, 2, up, hold it up, crunch the side, waist, waist, side, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that out, shake it off. How are y'all feeling? Pretty good? So, you'll see later in the week if I post the video, ab work is something that's gotten extremely boring for me over the past few weeks, because how many times can you do the ab series? So I'm trying to come up with creative ways to activate the core that's not a single leg stretch, a double leg stretch, an ab prep, a 100. So just playing around with different things. So the focus is on filling your core throughout all these movements. So when you move your hip, it's a side crunch. When you lift the leg, it's a side crunch, but you want to make sure that you're careful with that low back line, that you're not lifting your leg from a super swayed low back, because that's going to give you a little pull there. So make sure there's tons of integrity through the pelvic area. Ribs and hips stay aligned regardless of what's going on with the leg. Does that make sense? Okay. Okie dokie, good. So just be mindful of that and know your body well enough also that if something starts to feel ouch, adjust your body, adjust for yourself, make that self-correction so you don't feel that pain anymore. I know the difference between pain and out, like uncomfortable because the muscle's working. You know the difference. You're gonna use your chair, face forward, elbow, forearm here. You wanna lean into the bar. So a little tuck here from the, what's it called? Oh, hi, hey there. You wanna tuck your tailbone just a little bit so that there's no tension in the low back. So your abs are engaged when you lean in. So sometimes in class, the leg comes up and the butt goes out. We're gonna pull that butt under. Keep your core nice and locked. Lean into the bar so it's rib and hip, and then a little bit of a crunch. My right knee is directly out of my hip, my soft standing knee. Keep it nice and soft. Outside leg goes out. You drop the knee down, you lift the knee up. So take it up, down, and up. Lower, exhale, lift. Working that outer hip, but also that QL oblique line. So those love muffins. I know I developed them over this quarantine. I became like Betty Crocker. Hold the leg, pulse, lift, lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. My hips, pelvis are gonna stay neutral. I'm gonna slide my right heel towards my left cheek and then slide the knee back out to the side. So it's out, back, side, and back. Keep it nice and tight. You're at 4, squeeze back, 3, back, 2, back. You're gonna hold that heel back and kick quickly. Squeeze the cheeks, squeeze the cheeks, squeeze, squeeze. 4, 3, I'll profile 2, 1. From here, laterally rotate from the hips. I'm gonna turn that knee up and then go back parallel with the leg. So my leg is still behind me. I'm turning the hip out. I'm going back to parallel. So it's turn out, exhale out, out, exhale out. So feeling that sweet meat. 4, 3, exhale 2, hold the knee up on 1, and it's just pulse that little knee, little pulse, pulse, pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg is out, go back parallel. Leg turns out, parallel, out, parallel, out, parallel. 4, parallel, 3, parallel, 2, parallel. One more time, leg is parallel, you're squeezing, pulsing, kicking, back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg is back, leg to the side. Leg is back to the side. We're just reversing out of the series. Back, squeeze the cheeks, parallel to the hip. Squeeze the cheeks, parallel to the hip. 4, 3, 2, one more time. Hold the leg out, parallel to the hip, pulse the thigh up. You have a cinder block on the leg. It's extremely heavy. You're still feeling that sweet meat around your waistline. Lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. A little different this time. Extend the knee, drop the toe, and take a stretch into your chair, your bar, your countertop. Oh, yes. And then gently bring yourself upright. We'll change to the opposite side. So setup is the same. You want to respect your joints, but still have some mobility for those muscles. So soft knees, neutral spine and pelvis, tips towards your chair. The leg starts down and it lifts. It's heavy, so we're not just flopping the leg up and down. It's resisting in both directions. Resist to lift and lower, resist to lift and lower. Here's 3, lift 2, lower, lift, hold, pulse the thigh. It's heavy. There's a cinder block there. It's so heavy, heavy, heavy. 4, 3, check in with the shoulders. Stay, the leg is out to the side. Pull the heel back behind you towards the right cheek. So it's side, back, side, back, side, back, side, back. Here's 4, back, 3, soft standing right knee, 2, back, 1, kick back quickly. So pulse the back, pulse the back, pulse the back. 4, 3, 2, stay on 1. So you're squeezing back. You're gonna open that knee, hip towards the ceiling. Bring the leg back parallel towards the floor. So it's parallel, open, down, squeeze, lower, exhale, lift, lower, exhale, lift. 4, lift, 3, up, 2, up, hold the little knee up and pulse the thigh up. 2, so it's like you're turning your hip out, turning it out, open, 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 hold. It's up, parallel, up, parallel. Try to keep those cheeks glued together. Parallel, 4 more. 4, parallel, 3, parallel, 2, 1 more, parallel, kick, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg is back, side, squeeze the cheeks, hip line, squeeze and line, squeeze and line. 4 more. 4. Keep your tummy tight, keep coming back to the belly. 2, 1, hold it directly in line with the hip and pulse the thigh, lift, lift, up, up, up. Let's slow it down. It's up and down. Resist. Oh my goodness, that leg got real heavy. Lift, resist, and lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the knee, drop the toe, and just stretch into the bar to release all that waistline. Woo yeah, woo yeah. Yes, yes. Okay, we have more. Are y'all feeling good? Good. I remembered to have a clean knife when I cut my lemons this time last week. I cut them after I diced garlic, and that was a big surprise. So you're standing in alignment. You're gonna take your right foot back. You can turn out if it feels more comfortable for your hips. You don't have to stay parallel. You can open out just a little to give yourself a little bit more space here. You're gonna, from this back position, you bring your right leg forward in attitude. So attitude is a bent knee and the inner thigh faces the ceiling. My spine stays neutral. I don't want to do this to get my leg higher. So you want to make sure that you're long through your waistline the whole time. So leg is back behind you. You bring the leg forward in attitude. Back and forward. Back and forward. 4, forward. 3, 2, You can continue with the lifted spine, up and down. If you'd like a little extra, leg comes up, you tilt your torso down as if you're trying to touch your toe. You come up, you come down. So it's up, squeeze, up, squeeze, lift, and squeeze, lift, and squeeze. 3, 2, one more time. Hold this squeeze. Bring your hands into a prayer position. Rotate right elbow towards left knee. Unravel to center. It's twist, center again with the waist. So a little tuck of the tailbone. Right rib towards left hip point. Right rib towards left hip point. 3. Exhale, 2. Bring out the waist. Hold that connection. Elbow towards the hip. Little pulse for 8, 7. Squeeze. 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come through center. Back leg comes up. You can tap or stay lifted. It's a lift, kind of Charleston-like. Charleston. Down. Lift. Lower. Lift. And it's a ton of thigh. Up. 4. Up. 3. 2. 1. Hands to prayer. Right elbow, left thigh. Twist. Center. Twist. Center. Twist. Center. Twist. And center. 4, 3, 2. Hold it. Pulse the twist. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unravel. Stand up. If you need to stretch that quad, stretch it out, shake it off, and we'll set up for the second side. Lots of thigh, but again, we're focusing on the core of the belly. So when you rotate, your hip points are going to stay facing basically forward. So I'm resisting this hip from turning into the rotation. So my hips stay square and steady. I rotate, but both of my hips stay facing forward, so I really feel that oblique connection. So stack up tall, soft knees, back left leg comes forward and down. Attitude and down, belly lift and down. So the leg lift is even abs. So think low belly crunch, low belly crunch. Now if you want to go into the tap, lift, tap, lift, down, up, down, up. Be mindful of the hips whatever you're doing. 2, 1, hands to prayer. You're in this low lunge, you're taking over, center, hips stay forward, center, forward. 4 more like this, squeeze and center, squeeze and center, squeeze. Pulse the squeezes, over, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. It's a plie. Lift, maybe tap, and lift. Tap, and lift. 4, 3, 2, 1 more time. Stay, hands to prayer. Twist, rotate right, center. Twist, twist, rotate. 4 more. 4, breathe. 3, exhale on the twist. 2, 1, quick. Twist, twist, twist. 5, 6, 7, 8, and unravel. Shake your legs. Give them a little pull if you need to. And then let's grab our stuff and come down to the floor, please.